Well, hello there. Welcome back to another exciting. Hello there. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fat Guy in His Backpack YouTube channel. I want to thank our 193 subscribers. So just 7 more to 200. Who will be the 174? We'll see. Maybe it'll be you or you. I'd like to also give a shout out to Milpitas Police Department. Had an opportunity to meet with them over the last week. Great group of guys and gals doing a great job serving the community of Milpitas, which is a wonderful, wonderful city. Today's episode, we are going to learn about footwear. Now, one of the things you want, especially when you go backpacking, hiking, you want to watch for is your feet. Okay? Especially if you're one of the two F's, over 40 and old and fat, okay? Because when you're hiking and you're in the backcountry, specifically if you're out there a ways, your feet are your way out, okay? So you want to have a good pair of shoes. If you're younger, you might be able to get away with it, but depending on your ankle issues, that sort of thing, you definitely want to have something for protection, okay? I just think it's a good idea because your feet are the most important thing. If you have a day pack and you hurt an arm, you can put it on the other side. If you hurt a wrist, you can still be okay. But your feet and your legs are really important. If you get a sprained ankle, a blister, something worse, it's going to make it hard to hike out there. And some of the trails you may go on, you may not find a lot of people. Might be less people than you think. So I'm just going to go over a few things on how I would recommend, what I would recommend you do to make sure you take care of your feet, your ankles. I think those are the two most common issues out on the trail, and how you can help yourself. Right. So let's go over the don'ts, or things I recommend you don't do. Some people do it. I guess God bless you if that's what you want to do. I probably wouldn't do that if I were in that situation. So let's go over the things to not do that I recommend. Again, specifically if you're like, I'm 53. I think if you're over 50, 40, I guess you're okay. But once you get over the 50s, you want to watch. Things don't heal as quickly as they used to. Let's just put it that way. I've got some scabs on my arm that've been there for several weeks now. So just be smart. Just like when you're gonna have a fire out in the backcountry, be smart. So first thing you want to probably not recommend, or I would not recommend you use to hike on a trail, are these. Okay, flip-flops are nice for around town on a hot day, around the house, the backyard, even around camp. If you're just gonna be around camp, these might be okay. I still wouldn't recommend them specifically. If you're diabetic, you got to watch your feet. And again, you can get bit by something. You can. I'm not saying to be paranoid, but you want to just kind of protect your feet, even around camp. So I probably wouldn't wear something like this at all, backpacking. But if you are, maybe just around camp, even there, I'm gonna be a little bit careful. So those things I definitely would not wear. I wouldn't wear dress shoes. I was gonna bring some dress shoes to show, but I forgot those. But don't wear dress shoes. You want to wear something that's gonna be suitable. These are my tennis shoes. They're just shoes I use for everyday things. Their tread is okay. So I guess you could take these if you had nothing else. Still, I am a bit old school. I like to have, there's not any ankle protection here where you have that with boots, and I'll show those in a moment. But I mean, this is better than wearing the flip-flops or dress shoes. It's better than nothing. So, but I know a lot of people like these for running on the trail, that sort of thing. If that's your thing, go ahead. But I think I would recommend around camp. This is great. You know, you get especially if you're backpacking, you get into camp where you're going to be spending the night or a few nights. Something like this is kind of nice uh, around camp. If you watch my Carmel River Valley Trail, you'll see the shoes I wear on camp. They're just a bunch of, they're a beat up pair of tennis shoes. They're just comfortable to wear around camp. So I would just be cautious. In fact, that pair of shoes I had right now, I found a thumbtack. So if you're wearing things like flip-flops or even barefoot, something like you get a thumbtack in the sole of your foot, it's gonna hurt and could hobble, could prevent you from walking. Again, if you're diabetic, that could cause problems later on. So just wear something that's closed toe, that's gonna protect your feet. You can wear water shoes if you're in the water. When I go in rivers or lakes, I always wear shoes. You don't want to step on a sharp rock, or people litter, step on some glass. You just never know. So if you've got a pair of old sneakers or water shoes, that's going to provide you protection against those things. And they provide a little grip, especially on the rivers and streams where it tends to be slippery. All right, let's talk about hiking boots. I'm going to show a hiking boot I started out with. And Big 5, I am not endorsed or paid to mention this by Big 5 at all. But that's where I got my first hiking boot. And the reason I did it, I didn't really want to spend a lot of money on something that I was just going to do once. I thought, you know what, if I'm going to do this once, and never again, I'm not going to spend a lot of money on boots. And my first pair of hiking boots were these. Okay, these are Denali, that's what they're called. You see they're kind of beat up, so they've been used a lot. I still have them because they're good for working around the yard in the winter when it's raining. But these were about $35 nowadays, inflation. They're about $40, but they work. I could use these today. If you're gonna just go do it on occasion, or even a lot, I mean, these aren't too bad. I never got a blister with them, although I did get insoles for these because they weren't. I don't know if I have in though. Let me look here. I don't have insoles in here now. Just the one that came with the shoes. And what came with the shoes is fine. In fact, I don't know if you can. No, you can't. The Denali insole that came with it worked fine, but I did get some insoles, so these weren't bad. And like I said, these were about $35-40 at Big 5. So if you have a Big 5 where you live, you can't go wrong going to a Big 5. I know they're not as popular now as the REIs of the world, and they're not as popular as Dick's Sporting Goods, that sort of thing. But I still think Big 5's got some good stuff. I like going in there. We have one in Hollister, so I try and always support local business if I can, help keep tax dollars local. So that's just me. All right, so I really got into this, really enjoying it, and so I thought, you know what? Now I think I want to upgrade. These are the Vasque. Okay, I got these at REI. They were about $250-$60. Again, that's a Vasque brand. Vasque brand Vibram. Okay, I guess that's the model, Vibram. But Vasque is the name brand. These were about $250-$270 at REI. These are what I use now. I use them for all my hiking, even if it's a short trail, because I just want to have that added protection. Again, one of the things, you want to watch your ankles, and again, see this provides protection. I've sold $35 ones. Again, they protected my feet, not a problem. They just add that extra protection for your ankles. It works. It's good and solid. So that's been a few times when I've slipped, and luckily I had these ankles. They saved my ankles. I'm sure I would have twisted my ankle. And you twist your ankle, I don't care if it's a 1 mile or 10 mile hike, or a 30-mile hike, it's going to be hard for you to get out there. You're going to be hating life. And having that extra protection, a lot of people think that typical tennis shoes are fine. I guess they work for some people. But again, if you're the two Fs, fat and over 50, you would really want to have something that's going to protect your ankles, okay? Another thing, when you get your first hiking boots, doesn't matter if it's a $35 pair from Big Five or these from REI, you want to break them in. Okay, these are broken in. Wear them for about a week. Go on a walk around the neighborhood in them. Go to work in them. You look really stylish. You want to break them in because you don't want to get blisters. Blisters can be another thing you want to prevent on the trail. I've never had blisters with any of my boots because I break them in for about a week or so. You can go like this as well. And so far they've worked. And these actually are pretty, almost watertight until you get to a point where you're under the water too far. Then they leak, but they're pretty good about that. Finally, what I would recommend is a good pair of socks. Okay, let me show you. Okay, this is what I mean by socks. These are dress socks. Okay, they're good for dress shoes or for work. If you work in an office, going to church, going about town, that sort of thing. These socks I would not wear on a hike. Okay, you want to protect your feet, especially if you're one of the 2S, 50 and fat. Okay, you want to make sure you got that extra protection so you don't get blisters. You want to keep your feet dry. I've come close to getting a blister with these boots I have here, but so far so good. And you can feel when a blister's coming on. You start getting a little heat. You get a filling. You can stop. One of these days we'll talk about moleskin, that sort of thing. I admit I don't have a lot of experience using moleskin because so far I've only had 1 or 2 blisters and they were easily taken care of. But let's talk about socks that I like to use. I like wool socks. They keep your feet dry. They make you think, oh, it'll be kind of warm. You know what? You don't even notice it. Once you're sweaty all over the place, your feet, you don't even notice. But they keep you warm and dry. They dry quickly. So if you go across a river you get them wet, they're going to dry out for the most part pretty quickly. And I like to use Innotree. These are the hiking socks I use. I got these on Amazon. They were about 18 bucks, and it came in a pack of 4. There's only 2 in here now because I've used 2 of them. These are what they look like. Okay, these go above my ankle. They have the little mountains there. And again, these are called Innotree Outdoor and Sports. They come in a pack of 4. And I love these on hikes. I've used the old cotton socks. You don't want to use cotton socks, trust me. You do not. Wool's fine. A lot of people, oh, it's gonna be hot. It's gonna, no, you're fine. Trust me. You notice the difference. These are cotton. They look kind of cool because they're that bright orange, but I wouldn't take them on a backpacking trip. And those old, the cotton socks you get for like just typical socks you have for every day, that for activities, going to school, whatever. I mean, they're better than nothing, of course, but I wouldn't wear them. These wool socks are great. Again, Innotree, Innotree. I'll put it in the description below. They come in a pack of 4. Amazon's where I've found them. I believe they sell them at REI as well, but they're great. They feel soft. They really are soft. That's one of the nice things about them. It's wool, so they don't get dry and hard. With socks sometimes they get a little gross. I've never had that issue with these, and I really enjoy using them. Highly recommend them. I'm, again, not paid by Innotree. This is a gray one, and this one is a red and gray. And I think the other one was black and gray, and the one was white. But this is what they come in. They feel great. They really help in preventing blisters, and I couldn't recommend them enough. Again, I am not paid by Innotree at all, but they're made of wool, hiking, camping, climbing, mountaineering, and more. I don't mountaineer. They come in men and women's. You see right there, and they are absolutely great. When you wash them, you want to turn them inside out. You don't want to use anything that's going to cause them to bleed or fabric softener on them, because you don't need them, because they stay soft on their own. But anyways, Innotree are the socks I like to use when I go backpacking. They keep my feet dry, warm, and ready to go. And the hiking boots I use, again, are these. These are Vasque, Vasque. Got these at REI. The socks I got on Amazon. You find a lot of great stuff on Amazon. But that's kind of it. So kind of just a short little video. How to take care of your feet when you're hiking and backpacking. You want it to be fun. You want it to be enjoyable. So make sure that you take care of your feet. You only get two, and you want to make sure both of them are working at the end of the trail. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, leaving a comment. 193 subscribers. Pretty exciting. Just 7 more. So if you can tell a friend, that would be great. Leave a comment. I'm looking for some ideas for a backpacking in August or July for 2 or 3 days. I'm thinking of the Mendocino Forest up near Fort Bragg, or maybe somewhere in the Santa Cruz Mountains or Henrico Park. I'm not sure if I want to do Henrico Park because of the summertime, but I might just do it. I definitely want to return there and kind of make it an annual trip. Really close area. But that's kind of the plans. Stay tuned for the next episode, or episode 2 of the Carmel River Valley Trail. This video will come out before that one because I just wanted to show people about footwear, what to wear, what not to wear, before you go out there and backpacking, hiking, and enjoying the outdoors. Because we have some beautiful outdoors, and you want to make sure your feet are prepared. So this video will come out in a week, and then the next Carmel River Valley Trail day 2 will come out right after that. And in the meantime, leave some comments. Give me some ideas of where you'd like me to go. Let me, if you want me to just go take a hike, or where to go on a hike, or backpacking, or if there's some events you'd like me to film. I love doing events and showing those on my YouTube channel. And I will be doing another backyard chicken video. I am going to be doing one on water. I know I did one on digestion, but this one is going to be on water and how to keep your backyard chickens hydrated in the summer. We're having a heat wave come through, and you just want to make sure they have plenty of water and are hydrated. We'll go over that in a future video. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell a friend. Let's get to 200, and look forward to hearing from you. All right, thank you very much.